This little place.
I
You've
was
seen it.
thinking, I was eating, yeah, so yesterday, 2 days ago, I don't know. I bought like a little like a personal pack, not a whole pack, like a whole pack of like 8 sleeves, but like a personal pack of double stuffed Oreos.
Mm.
And I was thinking to myself, like, I don't know if they're better than single stuffed Oreos.
Right.
Or like, because I'm eating it and I'm like, there's too much cream in here, but at the same time, like, is that a bad thing? Like,
I know what you mean.
like
The cookies on both sides just start like sliding around and shit. You know?
yeah, you can eat like a normal Oreo. Like if you here's what happens with double stuffed Oreos when you take a bite of one. If you don't like, I pull my Oreos apart and I do the whole rigmarole. But if if you just take a bite of a double stuffed Oreo head on, like you
They'll
attack,
fall apart,
yeah,
dude.
you attack the beast. You bite it, and the back of the cookie lifts up off the cream,
Yep.
and then it's like
And
okay,
on
like
the other sides, the cream gets squished, and double stuffed would be like a mess, dude. You'll
it's
be
just.
cleaning up after
Well, you
that.
know what's even worse? I don't know what diabolical psychopath at the Oreo plant decided it was a good idea to make triple decker Oreos with cookie cream, cookie. Well, I guess I mean
That's the dumbest idea because that does not work, man.
no, because
What on earth are you talking about?
you take a bite of this triple, though it's a double decker because there's two decks of cream.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you it's just three cookies. But is the cookie the deck or is the cream the deck?
I think the cream is the deck.
Okay, okay, because I was saying if the cookie's the deck, it's a triple decker. But if it's the cream is the deck, okay, it's a double decker because it's technically
It's a double decker,
yeah
but still, it's a cookie in the middle, man. Doesn't
yeah.
work.
Who made these was high, and so he doesn't concern himself with this type of
I,
stuff.
I feel like it was just like an accident at Oreo Inc. Like they're just sitting there.
They just
Well,
like
they're sitting there and like they got
those two cookies and combined them.
they got to the end of like the belt, like the cool ladies making the cookies on the belt, and they had one extra of something, and they're like, well, it's the end of the day, let's treat ourselves, and they took like the extra half of cookie and the extra cream and made a double decker.
He just hits a blunt, and then like
And
it's like, dude.
then like the CEO is watching because
Yeah, the CEO was just randomly walking
yeah,
by.
well yeah, well
It's like
like
it was an accident. This genius like it was an accident.
at certain plants, like they have like the cool like area up there with the glass window, and the guy's
Oh
watching
yeah,
down with the
he's
suit.
like standing. He has like he has a clipboard and he has like safety glasses.
And he's talking to his assistant, and he's going like, Kevin, we need to capture Susan. She's made a breakthrough. And like they put a bag over her head, and like, how did you do it? How did you make the Oreo? And she's like, I just combined them because we had extra on the belt. And that's how the double decker Oreo was born. And my original point was going to be biting into biting into the double decker Oreo is the most unsatisfying. There's no pleasure gained from taking a
It's
bite.
never successful.
It
You
sucks.
cannot successfully bite into it. It's
It,
impossible.
it the whole cookie turns into a crumb cake, and it's like, are you supposed to take this double decker Oreo apart piece by
You
piece?
have to.
Like you're slow torturing
You
this
have to.
Oreo. It's like ripping its
Yeah,
like
you rip the top off, you look up that cream, you rip another one off, you
like
you
you're
rip another one off.
like you're trying to interrogate the cookie, like just breaking its fingers one by one. Um.
I don't know what happened while I wasn't here.
Well, the original question, I bet you're familiar with the Oreo cookie.
Yes.
Now just repeat the whole thing.
Well, I was trying to figure out if
I assume that there is a double decker variety of it, and it's really not very good.
yeah, it's impractical. But and then
Well,
but I,
couldn't you just like eat the chocolate bits off like an
Well, yeah,
Oreo
you
and just
could.
put them together?
That's the only way you can do it, pretty
but
much.
I was wondering, like, is
Mess.
there are double stuffed Oreos better than the single stuffed original Oreos? And that was I was trying to think about it because
Yeah, they are. They are. It depends how you eat them, though. If you eat them
Can
the
I
way,
just say I
the,
eat my Oreos by taking off one of the chocolate
yeah,
biscuits and then
that's the
like
way you're
eating the
supposed to eat.
cream?
That's the correct way. Even in the commercials, that's what they do.
And I'm not even American.
You gotta follow the commercials. And then yeah, that's the only way. So double, not decker, double stacked.
So the
Double.
consensus is double stuffed or better. You just need to tackle it with a different strategy.
Yeah, you gotta know
Raid
what you're
boss, you
doing.
know what I mean?
Yeah, like, okay, yeah, but 20-man raid boss is maybe objectively better to some people because it requires less coordination or more coordination depending on the encounter. But the 40-man boss is ultimately more pleasurable because you get more loot, you get a more satisfying encounter. But you have to tackle it from a different strategy because you got 20 extra bodies. See, that's how you relate to video games. Welcome to the Permadeath podcast.
Dude, this is how you know we're a video game podcast because you just like compared it to a video game.
Episode 11. We are
Oh man.
We are here today in the wake of the Electronic Entertainment Expo. We are.
In the wake means afterwards, doesn't it?
Oh shit! Is it? This is how you know we're not a literary podcast. We are
For yourself.
in the midst. No, in the midst is in the middle. Fuck.
We're coming up to
During,
E3.
dude.
Yeah, E3 is looming its head over the mountainside, peering at
There you
video
go.
game fans and journalists and us. And
You know what? Next year we should totally try and get to E3.
if we can build up a sizable audience and try to make up a poor excuse.
Are you kidding? Like, employees from Taco Bell go there.
Wait, what?
I'm not even joking. Like, I was listening to a podcast from these, like, professional journalists, and they're like, I just saw someone who was walking around in all this, like, free stuff, and he had a little thing on his badge that said Taco Bell.
Wow.
Yep.
Taco Bell confirmed E3 coverage. Can you imagine like Taco Bell getting the breaking like exclusive story on Taco Bell reports that Shigeru Miyamoto developing next Call of Duty. Like,
By the way, Del Taco sucks.
they slipped that in there. But yeah, E3 is coming up, and this is going to be a year that I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to this year more than last year because we already knew new consoles are coming, and like last year, like yeah, they're announcing the new consoles, or more or less not really announcing them, but like showing you like here's the PS4, here's what it looks like. Take a picture of it beyond this bulletproof glass. And kind of not really showing us a lot aside from like, yeah, look what we could do with it. But I mean, like,
Yeah.
like, yeah, okay.
That's why this one's really exciting, because before, like last year, the only press conferences that were really about games were Ubisoft and EA and kind of Nintendo, but they didn't really have a press conference, they had a direct instead. So it's exciting for it to actually be about stuff that we're going to play.
Yeah, like I unless like for some fucking reason like Microsoft comes out and like the first 45 minutes of the press conference is about some goddamn new tech they're adding to the system, I'll be very disappointed. I want games,
Smart glass.
games.
Or it's about Kinect. It's just gonna be all about Kinect.
Oh, the Kinect's dead now.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they. Well, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't even.
Right, realistically, who is going to make games for a thing that not everyone is, like a peripheral that not everyone wants, not everyone has anymore? Like, who's going to do it? Apart from maybe Harmonix.
Speaking of that, like, I'm kind of disappointed. I mean, I'm not disappointed the price dropped $100 and you're not going to need that thing anymore. But like, I'm kind of disappointed in the fact that, like, maybe if like it was. I mean, it's not 100% guaranteed now that all One users are going to have a Kinect, so it's not worth putting your time and money into a AAA experience on that thing. But like, if everybody was guaranteed to have it 10 years into the future, what kind of games might have been made on it? Like Xbox One exclusives, but at the same time, like maybe I don't have to be so disappointed because it's been out for how many fucking years now, even on the 360, and people have done jack shit with it besides make dance games and games.
Can I just say, the only good experience I've had with the Kinect is Dance Central.
Oh yeah, I love
Dance Central. Because there was another game, I don't remember what it was. It was like this horror game, and to walk forward, you had to sort of like put your foot forward and lean, and it just looked really dumb. Like you looked real stupid playing that game.
Yeah, that one was published by like Sega, I think. I forget the name of it, but
there was an awesome Fable game for Kinect too, where you literally had to like simulate riding on a horse for like the whole entire game. Apparently,
best Kinect game ever.
Yeah, it's
Dance Central was a ton of fun. The one thing I'd like to see, I mean, yeah, like you said, I mean, like Harmonix seems to be seems to know that the technology. I mean, as far as dance games go, but
What else would you really use that thing for? Because
Yeah.
it just looks so stupid if you use it for anything that's not Dance Central or a dance game.
It's not productive to like stand up and put your foot out. I mean,
But the thing is, I would totally buy a Kinect if it had a dance game that made it so I felt like I was getting into shape a little bit. You know, I was all into the Wii Balance Board, but that thing did nothing for like my overall physical health. So
just called you fat. Like, I love the reactions from people who stood in that thing and it called them obese. I mean, I'm not making fun of. I mean, it would call me obese if I stood on it, but like people were genuinely upset because they thought obese was exclusively an insult when it's just a weight class. But yeah, more workouty games. I mean, but at the same time, I mean, I guess I could just kind of go do that.
well, that's why I feel like the Wii was so successful, was because it had that market.
Mm-hmm.
But the Wii was also really a lot more affordable than the Xbox One is.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But yeah, I'm interested to see if they actually bring up Kinect heavy content on their
I
press.
genuinely don't think they will.
yeah,
I think they'll maybe mention it, but I think it's gone now.
Will this be the year Microsoft's conference goes full on Halo?
I reckon so. I reckon they'll do a re-release of Halos 1 to 4 on Xbox One, and then there'll be Halo 5.
Oh man, you know what? Oh, there's not many things that would get me to buy. Well, to be fair, I would like to own both. Well, actually, I would like to own all three current gen consoles because there's stuff I want to play on all of them. It's just not practical for me. I'm not in Game Press. No one's gonna send me them, or I'm not.
Well, one of these days, I mean, throughout the years.
But yes, like I'd like to own them eventually. And but the one thing now, full on stop, like, dude, you're gonna get a one, is if Halo, if they re-released all the Halo games, okay, and Halo 2's multiplayer wasn't just some fucking version of 4 with Halo 2 maps. If it was this full on, here's Halo 2's multiplayer.
Do you think they'd do multiplayer for each of the games, though, if they re-released them? Or do you think they'd just be like, here's a collective multiplayer experience?
That's what they did with the Halo Anniversary Edition, the first one. It was just like, here's Halo 3's or Halo Reach's multiplayer or whatever one it was with nothing.
Maps.
So like I would love. I mean, easily the most beloved. I mean, because you can still play Halo 3 online, but like you can't play Halo 2. Like the servers are dead. So like that was for me, and I'm sure for many, the most beloved Halo game multiplayer wise. It was my first exposure to online shooters. And it might just be the nostalgia talking, but I think, I mean, I would just love it. I would fucking die. Like, oh man. But
I like Halo. I like Halo 1's multiplayer. I used to play that on the PC all the time.
That's still playable on PC.
Yeah.
Bungie just patched it to get over the loss of GameSpy support that went down or something. But
the only experience I ever had with Halo multiplayer was Reach, and I was so bad at that game. Like learning to play that game on multiplayer is no good.
I loved
die instantly.
I love the Halo series. I mean, I didn't have much experience with 4. I mean, the only times I ever played it was with you, Kubo.
Yeah, we played for like 2 weeks or something, and then we were done.
Yeah,
every Halo game since 2, I've been playing like less and less. No, well, I kind of got into Reach a lot for like a while. I feel like I think that's when you and I first started like talking, right?
Yep.
Was Reach times.
Just the Reach times.
With cousin.
No, that was years ago.
Yeah, and I've spent a lot of time in 3, like playing custom games with people's Forge maps. Like that was back in the day when like. I mean, I can only speak for my Xbox Live friends. Also, I mean, obviously, like this isn't true for everybody. Like this is just a personal experience because I can't sit here and decry that online communities and things of this sort are dead when I don't play a lot of the games that are out on 3. Like I'm sure communities like this are alive and well for Call of Duty on 360. I'm sure people's friends lists are bustling. But like back in Halo 2 and Halo 3 days, like I had so many friends on my Xbox Live friends list who were just always popping and opening up custom games, and they always had lobbies going, and you can just jump in and out and just duck and weave into all these awesome user created maps and custom game modes that people were making, and it was such a awesome experience that was kind of replicative of like what people do on PC with modded servers and custom maps and mods and all this stuff. And it was such a great time. Halo 3 and Halo 2, both of them. I played with so many people I didn't even know. I don't do that anymore with anybody. I'm a introvert when it comes to exposing myself. Well, that sounds disgusting. When it comes to when
That took a minute.
when it,
Go to a commercial break.
when it comes to talking to people online, I just don't do it anymore.
But you do it in Rust.
Yeah, that's because in Rust I could be a dick and shoot a guy in the head and see all this shit.
Yo, whatever happened to Rust? I got the game. I played for like a minute,
Well,
and that was it. We never actually like messed around, trolled people.
well, right now I'm waiting. Rust is working on they're rebooting the whole game with a new like a revamped version of the engine that they're working on, and it looks really like significantly better than what they've got running right now.
I just want it to go on sale, damn it! I want to buy it. I don't want to pay.
Okay, where are these Steam sales, man?
Sale.
I bet you
Oh.
end of June, July, we're gonna get them. We're gonna get them.
Yep.
Them sales, but
I'm gonna buy Rust for sure.
You know what? I'm gonna ask my game dev friend if he knows, and then if he does, I'm not gonna tell anyone.
well, looks like we know who's getting kicked off the show.
That's helpful.
Yeah.
Shit.
But yeah, I think Microsoft's conference, because Microsoft had some cool conferences like where they had like live bands covering the Halo theme and it was badass, and the Halo 3 reveal was badass. So I have a feeling they're gonna go balls to the wall. Here's our big badass, albeit a sequel, our big badass next gen exclusive.
I mean, it's been a while since they had anything badass really announced.
They revealed Halo 5 last
That's-
E3,
Yeah.
but I've not heard a thing about it since.
Well, they announced it was coming, and then like 2 or 3 weeks ago, they officially announced its title, and that it was gonna have a new engine. It's called Halo 5 Guardians or something like that. And they showed like, the cover art in the box. They revealed and all this other stuff, and like, oh, look for more at E3. And that just seemed like something that they should have waited for at E3. Like, I mean, we all knew it was coming. Like, they announced it, but like, we didn't know the title. We didn't know what the box was gonna look like. We didn't know
That would have been really cool. They don't do that anymore. That's really
like it seems like everybody just like kind of wants to know what's coming out. Like, dude, like so much shit was announced. Like Mortal Kombat was announced, Halo was announced, Far Cry 4 was announced. Like, these are all things that like when you're watching an E3 conference and like it cuts to the beginning of a trailer and you have no fucking idea what it is. Like, you're watching it on the computer live streaming it, or when they used to put it, Spike I guess does it now. I don't know if it does on TV anymore. G4 used to do it. And it pops onto a new trailer you've never seen before, and you have no idea what this is. And even when it turns out to be something like familiar, like Far Cry 4 or Halo 5, like the fucking 5th or 4th sequel in a series, they're still that awesome. Like, oh shit, what is this? This looks badass. And then the Halo music kicks in, and we're like, oh fuck yeah. And then some skinny guy in a suit comes out on stage, is like, that's right, the next generation of Halo is here. Halo 5 Guardians. And then some weird lady in dreadlocks comes out with a violin playing the theme, and then you're like, yeah, this is E3. This is big. But now it's just like, oh, go to Reddit in the front page in Microsoft's press release, Halo 5 Guardians.
Big press release from E3, yeah.
Yeah, like, oh, this is fucking stupid. Like, this.
I feel like
What's the
sort of
point?
E3's been losing steam a little bit because Nintendo weren't even there last year. Like,
It's especially in this age, like where like stuff gets leaked, and there's like so many other conferences people like to announce stuff at, and the cars, please stop driving by my fucking house, and like there's so many other ways now people like, especially like look at this case with Battlefield Hardline. That game was not supposed to be announced yet. It got leaked, so we're like, you know what, fuck it, we gotta announce it. Like, people know it exists. The Steam is, unless that was their viral plan, like, oh, we're gonna leak it on purpose, get people talking, and then we're gonna be like, check it out. But like what I think was what happened with Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, that was leaked on purpose. Yeah, like nothing. It seems like a lot of things the Steam's taken out, and I think stuff getting leaked and rumors, and nobody really knows what to believe. So like, it seems like once a rumor starts spiraling out of control, they're just like, we gotta announce this shit already. Which is what Bethesda should have done with Fallout.
yes. Can I just say, if I had a wish list for E3. Fallout 4 would definitely be on that list, but I still don't think we'll hear anything about it until like November.
It's on mine, and I'm not even like a big Fallout fan. Like, I just want to see what that game's gonna look like, and
I just want a new Bethesda RPG experience because I haven't had one of those since Skyrim, and that was like 3 years ago now.
And I'm so sad. Like, all the Fallout fans keep getting trolled, and it's like, Bethesda, could you just say something?
If they just said, you know, they just had like a teaser, sort of like the opening to Fallout 3, where they had the post-apocalyptic scene panning out with some like old music over the top, and then you see the Brotherhood of Steel guy and it goes Fallout 4. I would die.
Yeah, like,
I would be so happy.
All they gotta do is put together a 10-second thing. We know you're making it, you know what I mean? Like, we know they're making it. Like, it's not a secret. Like, how funny would it be if they weren't? Like, what
We've been working on a new IP.
Can you imagine that? And it's like, it's a fucking like soccer game.
Can I just say, if they said we're making a new game, it's a new IP, it's a football game, I'd be like, I would just be like so distraught about it.
Todd Howard comes out with our new Radiant AI system. the managers of the football teams, well, sub players. Randomly, and you can go to their wives' houses and pick up anything off their tables. Yeah.
People would make those Todd Howard videos with the "Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies" song. Oh god,
I can't.
I just want Todd Howard to be there so more of those videos exist. Like, oh. Whew.
So Microsoft's probably gonna go all balls to the wall. Is Nintendo doing an actual conference this year?
Yes.
That has me excited.
I think they might be. Let me have a look. Actually,
they have to. Not doing too well. I just hope someone dances. That's all I care about in the Nintendo conference.
Did you see the There was a video that someone did with Nintendo where they were announcing that they were going to be at E3 with the Reginator, where they had Reggie pretending to be a robot.
Oh yeah, that was a Mega 64 video. Yeah.
Oh.
It was amazing.
Right. That was a great video. So that's right. They are going to be it. Oh, but they were announcing that Super Smash Bros. Tournament with that, right? Or something.
There's something going on. I don't know what. I'll be honest.
Something like that. But I want to see more of Hyrule Warriors.
I'm kind of interested in that as well.
Oh, in 2014, Nintendo once again chose to stream news over presenting it to a live audience.
Okay, so.
Guess they aren't there.
All right. Well, okay. I guess like are they like doing that out of fear that like because they know for a fact they'll like do something dumb on stage and get made fun of it then for the next year?
Oh, I just watched the way that they announced Skyward Sword, and no one could play the game right, and it was horrible.
Yeah, probably. I mean, because every Nintendo conference is always some kind of thing that comes out of it that is a joke for the next few months. And out of every press.
Are you kidding? My Body is Ready is still a thing. When was that? That must have been like
look, that was
2008.
Yeah, like the beginning of the
2007 maybe. It's so early on, and that's still a thing. So, but Nintendo are just—I feel like they're the joke a little bit, which makes me really sad because I played on a Wii U for the first time a couple of weeks ago, and it was amazing. I had so much fun.
I want one, and like
I really, really want one.
It's only solidifying for me now too because Mario Kart 8 looks gorgeous. There's no denying that Mario Kart 8 looks absolutely stunning. And
I keep seeing people stream it, and they have like 16 new tracks and then 16 old ones. So they have N64 tracks. Yes. In it. It makes me want to cry how much I want to play on it.
I want that and Hyrule Warriors. I'm a big Dynasty Warriors fan. Hyrule Warriors looks. I mean, some people it's a bastardization of themselves. Like, fuck off, it's a game. Like
apparently, it's actually going to be written into the canon. There's going to be a story with it, and it's going to be written into the canon. So
that's kind of I don't. That's funny.
I think I can't wait. It's going to be amazing.
I know people are going to be butthurt about it. But it's like,
I just want, as long as they change the name, I'll be happy because Hyrule Warriors sounds so stupid.
I don't think they're gonna. Because they just like revealed like an official logo with a sword slash now through the word Warriors, which is kind of like which is kind of like the
Imp is a playable character.
Who? What?
That's so cool. Impa, like in the games, Princess Zelda has a lady with her all the time. her like guardian.
Oh, yeah.
She's a playable character. They're gonna have like other playable characters apart from Link, and I think that's amazing.
Oh, well, they have to for a Warriors game. Like, part of the fun of those games is grinding out each person's story and unlocking their weapons, and just it's great.
While we're talking about Zelda, though, should we mention that they're probably gonna reveal the new Zelda?
And I look forward to it because if Mario Kart 8 and Super Mario 3D World have shown me one thing, it's that while the Wii U isn't the most powerful out of the three consoles, when you combine Nintendo's aesthetic and their art style with 1080p and 60 frames, it looks awesome. Like it
Hmm.
looks really fucking good. And I mean, like that's only speaking for Nintendo's IPs. I mean, not a lot of people seem to take advantage of the Wii U, or it seemed to really release too much third-party stuff on it, apart from what we're getting with Bayonetta 2 and another Xenoblade game. Um, like Mario Kart 8 looks beautiful, and I can't wait to see what a fully realized 1080p version of Zelda is going to look like.
I just really, really hope that they have a price drop because I cannot justify spending 250 quid on one of these things. As much as I want to, I just can't do it. My Wii cost me 100,
Yeah.
so I can't do it. I can't justify spending that much money on it, however much I want to, because I played on the new Mario game for it. I don't remember what it's called.
The
Um,
3D world, 3D land.
yeah, exactly, something like that. And it's really fun. It's actually really, really fun. And I played on
I
the Wind
still
Waker
haven't got that
HD,
one yet.
and
Oh,
that was amazing.
yep.
Can I just say the best thing about it is when you're conducting the winds and whatever, it has on the gamepad all the
Mhm.
songs, so you don't forget them. That's amazing.
Oh, that's
Oh,
nice.
Gamepad is very useful throughout that game overall.
I was actually really surprised when I figured that out because the map's always on there, and your inventory's always on there, and you can have your songs on there and stuff. It's so good. Like that gamepad is way better than I ever gave it credit for. I want one.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I still haven't picked up a lot of the games that I actually want for it. I only have like 3 games.
Did you
I
pre-order
don't
Mario
know.
Kart? Because you would have got a free game with that.
I didn't. I'll get
Shame.
Mario Kart eventually. I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with any of this Nintendo stuff lately.
I think
I've
Nintendo
been
are gonna
using
have.
it to watch Netflix. That's what I've been
Can I
using
just
it for.
say, with the release of Mario Kart 8 in this country, Wii sales increased by 600%.
Well, that's cool.
So they sold like 600,000 units. Um,
People love Mario Kart.
Of course.
and a lot of people were like, "Nah, it's not going to be the system seller." And apparently, they were wrong. It's really worked out for them, and I'm really excited to see what Nintendo might do. Because a lot of my E3 wishlist stuff would be from Nintendo. Like, I want a new F-Zero so bad. I want a new Star Fox more than I can tell anyone. And I just want them to be a thing. And 3DS doing really well. And I love Nintendo so much.
Hell yeah. So
Yeah.
Sony, I've
Last
been
Guardian, anyone?
I've been debating picking up a PS4 this summer. Um,
Mm.
I was actually thinking end of this month, but I figured I would hold off and wait. I was also debating getting a Vita instead, but like for now,
Can
um,
I just say, I got a PS3. I'm so excited.
yay! You have a lot of good games to play.
I
Yeah.
know. I showed it in a video, and I was like, "Oh, tell me if there's any good games." And all the comments are just like lists of JRPGs and stuff. It's so
And
overwhelming.
actually, right now, you like Ghibli. Oh shit! It might not be a fuck. Never mind. It might not be a UK sale. Um,
Bill,
sorry.
please.
I'm sorry. I'm very
I
sorry.
already have Nino Kuni.
Oh, okay. Well, it's on sale right
Oh.
now on PSN for $5. And
I'm 8 hours into it, and it's incredible. It's so
yeah,
good.
I figured that would be like one of the first things you pick up. And if
Mhm.
it wasn't, I was gonna tell you that it was on sale. But aha, you got it already.
Yeah, and it was free. All of it was free because it was a present. So shout outs to
Oh,
Kinross. Thanks, Kinross.
balls to the wall. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I gotta rebuy myself a PS3. There's still a bunch of games I haven't played.
Yeah, oh yeah, and they're even. I mean, like if you're a Persona fan, Persona 5 is going to be a PS3 exclusive. So
Yeah, I'm
Like-
really surprised that they're not skipping out the PS3 entirely and just doing it on PS4. To be
Yeah,
honest,
I mean, it might be because they've probably been making it for a long time. And
can
like,
you imagine that? Like, we've been making this game for 6 years. Shit, they've just announced a new console.
shit. And,
They were late.
but you know what? It's okay because the PS3 has a much larger install base than the PS4 does, and like I think
Yeah.
Persona 5's I mean, the thing is, Persona 5 could prove to be one of those things that sells the system, which is another reason why I've been kind of wary on like these cross-gen games that keep coming the fuck out, like Far Cry 4.
This is why I don't feel like there's much of a point in investing in a new gen console
And-
quite yet, because there's
and-
nothing for it.
And that's the thing with the cross-gen stuff. Like, it pisses me off when, like, okay, I want a reason to buy the PS4. I want a reason. And, okay, yeah, I mean, like, I can play, I know there's lots of fucking uproar on the internet about Watch Dogs graphics and its frame rate and its gigadicks and all this shit. But the fact is, like, you can get better performance on Watch Dogs on a PS4 than you can get on a PS3. Like, that's going to be a given. But I can still play Watch Dogs on the PS3. Like, I can still buy Watch Dogs without spending $400. And
I
can
think E3
still
will
play it.
totally give you a reason to buy one though,
And
because
that's-
they're not going to be supporting the PS3 anymore.
And
Being realistic,
that's what I'm looking forward to. Like, I want to see, give me a reason, because that's the console I'm buying first. Like, mainly because of Naughty Dog. I want to see an actual Uncharted trailer this year. I want to see a trailer.
I have heard rumors that there is going to be an Uncharted 4 trailer with in-game engine.
I will shit everywhere.
Stuff.
I will shit everywhere. Okay?
What?
I mean, like, it's such an obvious announcement, but like, I will, because it's being directed by Druckmann, the guy who did Last of Us and Uncharted 2. And Bruce Staley, I believe, as well, which has me even more excited because Uncharted 2 was the best in the series, and you know, it's just
that is.
and like,
I think
I
there's
want
some
it.
super exciting stuff in the works,
but-
especially for PS3, because they've said that, well, no one said, but it's been heavily implied that The Last Guardian might actually get further announced, because they announced it in 2009 and haven't mentioned it since. So
yeah, everybody hopes for that every single year, and they disappoint.
it's been 5 years though, and 5 is for some reason a good number.
Well, too bad this is episode 11, not episode 5. So
Can you
Damn
imagine
it.
if we'd made 5 episodes since January?
be the fucking worst podcast. But you know, even still though, like with the cross-gen stuff, like the new Battlefield Hardline's gonna be on 360 and PS3. The new Mortal Kombat's gonna be on 360 and PS3 as well. Titanfall was ported down to the 360. Like,
I
Hello?
feel like the reason that developers are doing that is just because of the install base.
yeah, but like I hate that because
But can I quote Todd Howard?
yes,
Because I think you'll agree with him. Install base doesn't matter, because if everybody cared about install base, there would be a lot of tabletop games, because everybody
Boom.
has a table.
That's a nice quote. It's a great quote. And I agree, and especially because, okay, you want the install base to be higher on your new fucking system. How about you release some games exclusive to that new fucking system? Like,
Yeah, give people a reason to
like,
buy it other than
back when
920p or whatever.
yeah, back when the 360 came out and the PS3, what was the cross-gen titles? Fucking Gun, like that was it. Gun and like Madden. And at that point, the next gen version sucked anyway. So like, come on, like what?
But there are those people that just go out and buy consoles regardless of that.
Yeah.
Because I remember one of my friends went and bought out the original PS3, you know, the backwards compatible one.
Mm-hmm.
That was like 500 quid. It was so expensive. But had like no good games for it apart from the PS2 ones.
Like, where
It's
is...
really bizarre.
I'm waiting. I'm hoping E3 brings it. I'm waiting for this generation's Gears of War. Like, I'm not the biggest Gears of War fan, but when that game first came out, like, it looked fucking great. Like, my cousin bought it. He lived here at the time. I didn't have... Well, we both had 360s, but he bought Gears of War and we put it on. And, like, holy shit. Like, this... I'm looking at this game right now, and I have not played a game that looked this good before. Like, in young Bill's life. Like, playing through Gears of War, while not the most beautiful color palette, looked sharp as fuck on an HDTV. It looked awesome. And
They said that there's going to be another Gears of War.
yeah, that sucks. Like, no offense to Gears fans. God damn it.
Because I thought it was like a trilogy. I didn't play on the game.
Yeah,
So.
well, the main series was a trilogy made by Epic, like actually made by like Cliffy B and company. Like they stopped after 3, and then they released Gears of War Judgment or something, which is like a prequel or a pre-sequel or like an equal, and they're probably that's
I'd
another
like to
reason.
have a segue from the trilogy thing, so remind me in a minute.
Yeah, and that's another reason why the Xbox One and Microsoft exclusives in general like never seem to really interest me because I'm not a Gears of War fan, but Microsoft loves Gears of War, and Halo kind of tapered off for me after a while. I'd love to see a return to form, but they love their Halo. That's their thing, and like they have that game coming out, which I like to see more of at E3. Quantum Theory or Quantum Break, I don't know. I don't know. It's made by
The
Remedy.
one that literally no one knows anything about, but they're already
Yeah.
shitting all over it.
The Alan Wake people, which like that's if that was something I Remedy is a company I would buy a system for, but at the same time like maybe if it was Alan Wake, and now I'm gonna say hypocritical with sequels and like, but if it was an Alan Wake 2, like I would have already got one. But
Can I do my segue from the speaking of trilogies thing?
yeah.
So speaking of trilogies that should have stayed trilogies, Assassin's Creed 5, Unity, that's going to be there for sure.
Oh yeah, what is that?
That's basically Assassin's Creed 5, but they're not numbering them anymore for some reason. But
Oh,
we don't know
God.
anything about it apart from the assassin is some person. People are thinking it might be a girl called Arno, and it's set in Paris, and that's all we know.
Ah.
So I'm really excited to see more of Assassin's Creed.
So Assassin's Creed Unity will be the controversy starter for.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I have to play as a chick?
Yeah, if it's a girl.
When I
To be fair,
about being an assassin, I think about being a man.
I'm sure they had this when they had a Native American,
Yeah.
assassin. I'm sure they had it then. I just really am excited to see what they're gonna do with it. To be honest,
I'm excited to see what it's gonna look like.
yeah, like from what I've seen of it so far, Paris seems like such a good setting. Like Notre Dame, climbing all over Notre Dame. That's gonna be so
Hell
fun.
yeah.
Oh, I can't wait.
I
I need to upgrade my PC before that game comes out.
whatchamacallit, yeah, I really hope they do Uncharted. Well, they will. And I also really want to see more of Project Beast, which is the next Souls game from Software.
Is it the next Souls game, or is it a game
Well,
just made by the
It's
same
made
people
by
who make
them,
Souls
and
games?
the leaked footage. I mean, it's gonna be. It probably won't be like Dark Souls 3, but it'll
I think it'll be
obviously.
Demon Souls 2.
Oh, dude. Well, it's headed by the guy who directed Demon Souls and Dark Souls 1, not Dark Souls 2. I'm presuming this is what he decided to work on instead of doing Dark Souls 2. And it's definitely in that line of the franchise. Like even if it's not going to be called Dark Souls 3 or Demon Souls 2, because the leaked footage show your character traversing through the white mist. That is so iconic in the Dark Souls series. And and I am a newly minted Souls fan after
I want to hear about that so bad, but that's so irrelevant.
playing a ton of Dark Souls. Over
So you got into that then. Damn.
it's so good, and I'm a little worried because I'm playing it on PC, okay, and it uses Games for Windows Live, and as far as I know, it requires Games for Windows Live to save, and Games for Windows Live is rumored to go down this year. Some people say July 1st. Microsoft never actually said that date. It was said in like the patch notes from like fucking like a game that like Ace Combat or something.
If it's gonna fuck with people's save files, they'll patch it. I wouldn't worry about that.
Well, that's what I'm worried about. I'm worried that my save will go away.
I don't feel like you have to have Games for Windows Live for saves.
Because
I thought they were a local thing, not a cloud thing.
Well, the way Dark Souls works is like you're playing online constantly, and the game just auto saves whenever it wants. Like whenever you do anything in Dark Souls, the game automatically saves. Like open a menu, the autosave icon's up there. Walk an inch, the autosave icon's up there. Look at a guy, the autosave icon's up there. You like that game is such a anti-save state game. Like you can't do shit in that game without it saving. So
Okay, just
I'm worried
finish
that
it.
I'm worried that
Finish
it
it
is.
before then.
Yeah, that's a big ass game. I got and I'm stuck right now too. So, like, I'm fighting a
No,
boss.
why are you recording this? Persevere.
I
Go
can
and do
play.
it now.
I can play while recording. Or you get an entertaining episode of Permadeath if that's the case.
Or just like
Just me
There'll be a little bit
screaming.
more yelling. Just a little bit more yelling.
You know, I figured I'd start it because like I named this podcast after a game mechanic that I've fallen in love with. Now, obviously, everybody has because every other indie game that comes out now is a roguelike game with permadeath in it. But I figured I would play like the granddaddy of that. Not you don't necessarily permanently die, but the granddaddy of that
Can I just
particular
say-
masochistic sadist genre.
Can I just say, because of the abbreviation Perma Podcast, a lot of people think this is called the Permanent Podcast. Just saying.
Oh yeah, well those people are fucking dumb.
Listen to our podcast if you're that dumb. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think they listen. I think they just see us tweet. Oh, we're doing a Perma Podcast today.
And they're like, why are these people permanent? What makes you permanent?
That's mean. That's mean. That's so mean.
No offense, anybody. Well, obviously the people listening to us don't think that, so nobody's gonna hear this.
Oh, that's true.
None of those people are gonna listen 56 minutes into an episode to listen to my insult. Could you believe this fucking guy?
This is gonna be like such a long episode. I can feel it.
But yeah, I've been playing that. So Project Beast, I'm really excited about, especially because that's a PS4 exclusive. That's one thing that will be like, okay, Bill, you're a Souls fan now. You need this.
Yeah, but
And
you can't do it until you've played on like Demon Souls.
well,
Dark Souls 2,
I got
Dark Souls 1.
I got halfway through Demon Souls, but it got stolen from my house. I never beat it. One of my great regrets. But I will. I mean, I don't expect Project Beast to come out next year even.
Confirmed for November 2014.
So I expect it like 2 years from now. So I have enough time, especially since they just announced a trilogy DLC pack for Dark Souls 2.
Alrighty.
So like they have a roadmap for that game, and I assume once that's all finished and the hype's died down for that, then they're gonna be like Project Beast, Beast Souls. Blah. But Project Beast looks fucking rad. Like the visuals look rad. People have like blunderbuss hand cannon shotguns. I'm like, dude. So that looks cool. But yeah, I'm mainly for E3 this year. My wish list would be something like, okay, give me shit. What would I even want on the 3DS? I want something on the 3DS.
There's rumors that Emerald Delta might be
Oh
announced.
yeah, I saw something like that.
I don't know why, because there's already 2 remakes of that game, but whatever.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'll still buy it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely like to see more of I don't know, remember the name of the remix, like Butthole Ruby and like Shitman Sapphire. I don't remember.
Alpha, what is it?
Alpha Ruby
Sapphire.
and
Omega?
Oh,
Omega.
Alpha and
Omega.
Omega.
Oh, it's Omega
Yeah, that's
Ruby. It's Omega
Omega.
Ruby, right?
First name
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah, something like
It's such a memorable name. I just say the Ruby and Sapphire remakes. Just
Yeah.
saying.
that. Yeah.
But we knew those were gonna come since
Yeah.
like Hot
Yeah.
Gold, Soul Silver, so I'm
Yeah.
not surprised by that being a thing. I will be surprised if they actually go ahead and do an Emerald remake as well, though.
Yeah, it just kind of seems because they didn't do a Platinum remake for the DS. It
Why
just
would they
seemed
do a Platinum remake?
well because they did Gold and Silver on the DS.
No, that was Crystal.
Crystal, what the fuck's
Platinum
Platinum?
with Pearl and Diamond.
Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, that's what I meant. It's only a matter of time
God, Bill.
before we get like Poopy Pearl and like fucking
I don't know
Dastardly
if they'll
Diamond.
redo. Oh, I feel like they're gonna redo Red and Green
They'll-
before they redo
they'll-
Diamond
they'll-
and Pearl.
They'll redo the DS ones on the virtual reality DS that comes out in 15 years.
I feel like they'll redo Red and Blue or Red and Green or whatever you want to call it, just so they have all the games on one system that can play them.
True.
So then there's no like Game Boy Advance slot for the 3DS, so
Or
they
they
don't.
could
You can't play Fire Red anymore. That's outdated as hell.
Or they
Yeah,
could
it's
just,
already outdated, so
they
they're
could
probably going
just,
to remake that one.
They could just release it on the VC.
They should remake Yellow. That's what they should.
Oh,
do.
they should.
Yeah, come on, Nintendo! What the
That would be
fuck?
perfect. That was never been remade, and that's like a
Man, you can like hang out with Pikachu. You can fucking play pool with them. Come on.
My favorite part of Yellow was when you turned around and you talked to your Pikachu and it loved you.
Or it hated your pet.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
a
man,
good idea. Why don't they do some shit like that?
Pieces of shit.
Why don't
that's
you work
why.
for Nintendo? God.
It just happened. The idea just came to me. It's
I bet so many people have had that idea. Like Pokemon
everybody
Snap
in the
2.
world has had that. I had this idea when like Fire Red and
Yeah, when they started remaking them
all that.
10
I'm like,
years ago.
where's Yellow? Yellow's coming, right? Where's Yellow?
Oh, God.
Ooh, the other thing I'm excited about for E3, well, I mean, it may lead into a bigger announcement, but for right now, the only thing I know of is that they're going to be just announcing the smaller features. Is for Final Fantasy XIV, they're announcing the 2 new classes they're adding to the game, which one of them is rumored to be like a thief-like class, the other one's rumored to use guns. So I'm like, oh, baby! And there's a rumor that that's probably going to coincide with the announcement of their first expansion pack, which... Like I jump around from MMOs a lot, MMO to MMO, MMO here, MMO there, MMO everywhere. Dr. Seuss, if
How's Elder Scrolls Online going, Bill?
I haven't played that game in months, but Final Fantasy XIV is one that I'll always go back to and check out the new stuff. So I'm really excited to see that. Like, job variety is cool, and to see if they announce the expansion pack for real. Especially since they're putting out a new big content patch at the end of the summer, which adds tons of shit like PvP battlegrounds and a bunch of new dungeons and raids and everything. So they might show that instead of an expansion pack, but either way, they'll be there doing their thing. That probably won't be like a big announcement on stage or anything. It'll probably just be like, "Hey, check it out! Look what we're doing." But yeah.
I'm just so excited. Like, I'm realizing now as we're talking about it, I'm fucking excited for E3. It's like gamers' Christmas. It's so good.
Yeah, especially this year. Like this, especially like the new consoles
Last year
are out.
was so bad. It was so lackluster. The best part of it was when they brought a really expensive car on the stage for the Xbox One thing.
I feel like we're setting ourselves up for disappointment, though.
Well, there's no Pokemon. Then yeah. At this point.
Like we're sitting here now, like there's no way it's gonna be anything but games, baby. But like Xbox is gonna come out and be like, we are announcing our new firmware update for the Xbox One interface, next gen interface.
That's way too exciting. It's gonna be all about how you can use Twitter.
Yeah, and
on your console.
And this year, the Microsoft Revolution is gonna be, watch how you can interact with our interface with the controller. Because now, I mean, the Kinect's gone like, bah, 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 bah. Look how you can scroll through the menus with the thumb pad.
And how important retro is lately. So we're going to take it back. Bring back the controller. Use the menu system.
Watch how Don here selects Halo 5 with the A button.
Don doesn't work for them anymore, guy.
Yeah, Don Metric's gone.
People would clap after that.
Oh my god!
If they announced that Don Matrick was coming back, I'd applaud them.
You know what?
That was an E3 announcement.
Don Matrick, they actually sacrificed and grounded down his body and put it in the Xbox One. Now announcing the new chip.
Where he's been, God.
Made of Don Matrick's bones.
Only $99.
You get the Don Matrick edition. That's gross.
Oh god. So can we do like? We're not going to talk about EA and be excited about it, are we? Like, oh, The Sims 4 might be there.
You know what? Well, see, for an E3, like, I don't really care about seeing The Sims 4 at E3. I mean, I am interested in playing The Sims 4, but like not.
I love how they try and sell that game. Like, oh, you can do this stuff now, and it's like, well, I could do that in expansion packs from the older games.
Yeah,
too.
here's what I'm really like, and you know what's gonna happen. Like, they're gonna release Sims 4 so bare bones. And release all the same expansion. They've released pets like 3 times for different fucking games. Yeah. You can get. How about you just include pets? It's such a basic commodity.
Like, there are seasons or anything really.
Yeah, like come on, like.
Can I just say, I thought it was ludicrous when every time I used to open The Sims 3, it used to bring me to this page where it was like, do you want to buy some stuff for real money for in-game? No.
You want to buy a
No,
mahogany chair?
I'm not gonna lie, I pirated that game because fuck EA, they don't need my money. And then I actually bought the game and it didn't work, so...
You get a mahogany chair for 30 Sims points. Your Sims will love this mahogany chair. Like,
And I
alright.
swear most of it was just like stuff that people had made.
Yeah, like mahogany chairs.
So dumb. They had like a wedding pack and I was like, you are gonna use that once and it costs about, I don't know, $15 for all the stuff.
Hey,
It's
Bill.
stupid.
Did you buy a mahogany chair or something?
Dude, they fucking sold. Now the great thing about piracy, now, I'm not gonna sit here and advocate it, but the thing is
The great thing about pirates.
the great thing about this is that even though I don't advocate it, but it's so great. No, it's that like I can, and I swear to God, I did this. Like I downloaded it for my girlfriend. I had the torrent, The Sims. This was you go to Pirate Bay, okay? Now I'm giving everybody a permission to do this.
Okay.
You
Thanks.
go to Pirate Bay
Doing that
and
now.
you type in The Sims 3, okay? And go and sort it by seeds and go like a top seeded or whatever, like Sims 3, like Ultimate or Sims 3 bundle or collection, and you will find a torrent, a 25 gigabyte torrent that includes every single expansion pack bundled with every single stuff pack they ever released for The Sims 3. In 25 gigabytes, you download that. It comes with a custom installer. You don't need to fiddle around with disks or with separate installs or with fucking keys or anything. It comes with a separate exe installer, but it's totally safe. You double click it, it installs the entire Sims 3 universe that expands out into 90 gigabytes. Okay?
Oh my god.
And you're good to go. And no cracks, no keys, no anything. It's so simple, so easy. And so anybody with a brain is going to choose that option over getting nickel. Well, then again, I mean, I guess not because The Sims is so high selling, but yeah.
I found it.
Yes. It's so damn easy.
Can I just say shout outs to the UK? We don't have Pirate Bay over here because it's blocked. So
I could probably send you a magnet link and you could probably just rip it right out of there. Guarantee it.
Yeah.
I don't have 90 gigabytes. I've got to be honest. My main drive has 120 in total, so
It's a crazy world out there. But that's the cost of piracy.
I actually own Sims 3. I
so
got
do
it.
I.
I got it from a humble bundle when they did
think
that
Oh,
Origin one.
yeah.
I got like Dead Space 3 and a bunch of other shit. And
yeah.
What annoyed me
Mirror's
is-
Edge.
I need to tell this story, but the week before that Humble Bundle, I had purchased The Sims 3 for 30 quid.
Oh,
And it didn't work. So I went to, I might have told this story before, but I went to the customer support saying, this is my error, it doesn't work. And they're like, okay, we're going to send you a new code, go and register on this website. So I did, and I was like, well, the game's still not working because it's not anything to do with the code. It doesn't let me put the code in. They're like, okay, we can't give you a refund because you've used the code now. Jerks.
You used the code, Abby.
Yeah, I used the code because they told me that I'd fix my game.
Makes sense though, but you used the code. Can't do anything about it.
Such bullshit. I'm sorry, but such bullshit.
You're at fault. I think you're 100% at fault. And E3? No, not E3. EA.
You're breaking my heart. Bro.
I'm on the EA side on this one.
You're breaking
Because
my heart.
I got mine at Humble Bundle and Origin that I'm never
I'm
gonna
so
play
pissed
because
off the week
I don't use
after.
Origin. I wish I had Dead Space 3 like on Steam, but I don't think it's on Steam, sadly.
Nah.
So I'm not gonna play Dead Space 3 ever until it's on Steam.
It won't be,
Can I
homie.
just say, out of principle, I might just pirate The Sims 4 because I've already spent money on a game that doesn't work, so
You might as well.
I'm not getting my money again.
Yeah, there you go.
You might as well. I mean, you're only gonna spend fucking 150.
Yeah, as long as you don't install a PS2 emulator and play games.
Yep.
You don't know.
It's totally illegal. Totes.
Motherfuckers! Don't remind me of those little swamp bitches.
Man, that's a callback to 10 episodes ago.
Welcome.
That was like episode 1, I think.
Yeah,
was
it
episode
really
one.
was. The first conversation we ever had on this podcast was about PS2.
It's about smarmy PS2 emulator people being smarmy dicks.
What if one of them is our listener, probably?
Probably, and they can fuck
Fine.
off.
Yeah.
Got told.
Uh,
Anyway,
any other expectations for E3 aside from reasons to buy these new systems?
I hope they give me more of a reason to buy a Wii U. Announce a price drop, maybe.
Yeah.
That'd
There's
be nice.
already enough reasons to buy a Wii U, I think.
The
But
price drop is what I'm after, though.
Yeah,
Let's be real.
I got mine for really cheap. I got my Wii U for the Zelda Special Edition. I don't know how or why, but this guy on eBay was selling like 800 of them, like brand new. So I got her for like 200.
How was he
I
soaring
got her for like
800 Wii
I don't
U?
know. He sold like 800 Wii U's. It showed like 800 sold out of stock.
God.
So I bought one for like 260, brand new, sealed, came in the mail, no problem. Everything works. Zelda Special Edition. Like yeah.
Oh, I'd be so up for that.
They sold out so fast. He was selling one like every like 2 minutes.
I'm
just gonna
hoping
Craigslist it and get it. Around that
Craigslist.
area, people are selling like Wii U's for like $200.
Yeah,
So-
Wii U's are really cheap on
Yeah.
Craigslist. So
Yeah.
that's a
For
good
like
It's just whether I
30
want. I kind of want to buy one new though because I want to support Nintendo. Because I've always bought my Nintendo consoles new, so I feel like it's my tradition.
Plus, you get to avoid the creepy exchange.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
No, when I bought my 3DS, that was so. This is why it was so weird for me buying my 3DS at Craigslist. Okay, the listing was like, okay, my son doesn't play it anymore, because since I got him the iPad, he kind of lost interest in it. My 6 years old, understandable. I mean, like whatever. So I'm okay. And it still felt kind of odd, like, okay, I'm buying some kid's shit, and like he might not know about it, like. The mother and became more like, okay, this might sound like kind of prickish or of me, but like I'm texting back and forth with this person. I have no idea what this person looks like, okay, and they're using like emoticons, like, yeah, I'll meet you, yeah, outside the Kmart in Edwardsville. That's like about 5 miles from my house. Okay, whatever, it's a neutral spot, and they're using emoticons, talking all happy. This person sounds great. And I pull up, and there they are on a rusty ass red Bronco. Lady gets out, and it's a Caucasian woman with these nasty fucking bleach blonde, like Allen Iverson fucking cornrows in her hair, and I'm like, what the fuck? This is the lady. Like, she has a 3DS in her hand. That's her. Like, she gets out, and yeah, so here it is, and she opens it up, and see there's no scratches. And she closed it real quick. I'm like, okay, like I just want to hand the money and get away from this lady. Like, this is fucking odd. Like, this lady's probably selling this to buy drugs, and that kid has no fucking idea. Like, I had to demolish this kid's town in Animal Crossing. Do you understand? Like, that kid has no idea. I just destroyed his neighborhood. Like, no fucking, like, his name was like Adrian. Like, are you sure you wouldn't delete Adrian's town? Like, no, I don't, but yeah, I have to. And like, that kid's probably at home, and I'm, Mommy, where's my 3DS? As she's slapping her wrist ready to inject.
Dude, I actually bought my 3DS off of Craigslist as well.
Oh, we're the welcome to the club.
Yeah, it was I think days between when you bought it and when I bought it. We probably bought it at the same time.
That's right. You bought your XL like not long after.
Yeah, I think it was the same time or after. It was like within like a day. So I bought mine, and I met up with this guy, like, Chase. There's, well, whatever. It's like a bank.
Yeah.
Yeah, and over here there's no actual Chase banks, but they have like a headquarters over here. And he was like some guy from the headquarters of the Chase Bank, and I had to meet him over there at the headquarters.
Dude.
And plus I was like in my paint clothes, and this like older guy as well comes out. Older, like, he weighs a little bit, comes out there and like sells me his 3DS.
He probably had the same reaction I had to the lady to you. Look at this fucking guy.
You think I was like writing him emoticons and like smiley faces and
He's
shit?
covered in fucking paint. Like, this fucking.
Oh my god.
Was this guy in like a suit? Was he like a?
Yeah, he was like a full on like corporate. I don't know. And it was his. It was like it was his. He felt sad.
He probably got fucking busted at work for playing.
Yeah, he felt like I felt like he did not want to sell it because he sold it like for a pretty good deal. I think I got it for like $110 with Zelda, like Ocarina of Time.
That's a sweet ass deal.
Like XL, and I was just like, all right, that's a good deal.
Speaking of 3DSs, I just want to throw this out there real quick. If anybody owns a 3DS, I highly recommend Mario Golf World Tour because it is an excellent game.
Oh, is that out?
Yes. It took me by surprise. I didn't know it was out. I bought it because it's only $10 cheaper than most 3DS games, and it is hella good. The online tournament systems are hella good. I'm gonna stop saying hella good because I'm not going to.
Hella lame. Hella
Uh,
lame.
That's so expensive.
And it's fucking good.
Man, I haven't played a golf game since like golf on like
Yeah,
Nintendo.
well,
Seriously.
Mario Golf.
I've never played a Mario Golf game. I played Mario Tennis.
Back in the day, like
I love Mario Tennis.
on the Game Boy Color, that used to be more like RPG oriented. I mean, they still have some elements of that, like you win tournaments and you unlock different clothes and clubs and gears and balls, and they give you different stats and stuff, and it's cool. And take your Mii online into a tournament,
Oh, but I hate the Mii's.
kick some.
I hate the Mii's so much.
Well, you can play as other characters too. Like they have a whole roster of Nintendo characters.
It is Yoshi in it.
Of course.
On there.
Dude, I might pick it up. I mean, like I've always been interested. I really like.
Well,
I really like Mario sports games. They're always good.
Mario Golf is
if
exceptionally good.
if you like,
I've never played Mario Golf.
Yoku, you will really like World Tour on 3DS. It's very good, and we can play online against each other because it's the online.
Dude, if I like the original Golf on the original Nintendo, will I like this?
Dude, it even has like items, like you can set that multiplayer match to have items, and like when you hit your ball across the green and across the course, like you can aim it and hit boxes like Mario Kart and get items that you can use to like a bullet bill one or something where like your ball will go further but like drop like softer. I don't know, super shit like that. And
I don't know. I'm actually getting kind of excited. I'm actually interested. I'm legitimately interested in this because
it's good.
I own like 15 3DS games and none of them is Mario. None have to do with anything Mario.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a good one. I recommend it, and it's $10 cheaper than all of. Oh,
Not in this country.
oh man.
It's just as expensive.
I'm even thinking about picking up Mario Kart on the 3DS just so because I'm not gonna buy.
On the 3DS, I have a Wii U. I'm not
gonna buy a Wii U anytime soon, but I'm just aching to play a Mario Kart game.
Can you race like on 3DS versus the Wii U?
Nah, they're different. Different games. Mario Kart 7 and Mario Kart 8.
Man.
What do you think they're going to do if they ever get to like the 64th Mario Kart? What are they going to call it? Because they can't call it Mario Kart 64.
Oh my gosh, that's a predicament. They'll have to shut down the franchise.
Kubo has
Yeah, they'll do 63 and they'll be like, nah, we're done.
Kubo has to leave the session.
I gotta go. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you guys.
Oh.
Battery's dying and I don't have a power cable at my dad's place.
All right, Kubo.
Bye, Kubo. It's nice
Also-
to hear your E3 thoughts.
Yeah, totally.
Say
Wait,
that you'll-
Kubo! Before you leave, what are you most looking forward to at E3?
Pokemon Yellow remake.
Yes.
Hey.
There it is!
I got into the Warlords of Draenor alpha like 10 minutes ago. So I'm gonna go.
That's where you're going, you fucking liar!
Well, my battery really is a 50% jerk.
Well, text me later and let me know how it is.
For sure, and on the next episode, I'll definitely talk about it.
Awesome.
Process. All right, take it easy, guys. Later.
See you, buddy.
Peace out, buddy.
Hopefully, talking about the Warlords of Draenor Alpha doesn't ruin his career. I can't say anything further than that. But
Oh, let's just ruin his life, yeah.
It's right here, right now. He left. He pitched this.
whatchamacallit, but yeah, that Mario Kart, Mario Golf, and but yeah, if they got to the 64th Mario Kart, that would be.
I'll be dead by then, so
I'll
I'll
be
know
dead.
the outcome to that situation.
But yeah, so yeah, E3. Have you guys been playing anything?
Ni no Kuni.
Yeah, what do you think of it?
I really, really like it.
I have never played it yet. I'm debating picking it up for $5 because it seems like it'd be worth it.
Oh, definitely.
From,
Even if you only play on it for a few hours,
yeah,
that's totally worth your time.
From a minted Ghibli fan, do you enjoy it?
It's not very Ghibli. It's just designed to look like one, which I think is really strange. Like, besides that, the cutscenes that Ghibli actually animated are like, they can't even be 30 frames per second. They're so choppy and weird.
Oh no.
which is kind of disappointing, but that's not why I wanted to pick up the game. I was originally interested because it had, the Ghibli aesthetic, and that's cool. But it's really good. Like, I don't get into JRPGs very often.
Yeah.
I'm sort of starting to think that I might start writing articles about my experience with JRPGs on Otaku Kato because I'm so noobish at the games,
Yep. Noob.
Yep. Because the only one I've ever finished before is Eternal Sonata and I guess Pokemon. So I actually was playing it while I was in London. So I was at BakaShift's house. I was using his controller because the controller that mine came with just doesn't work. So I haven't played on it since like last weekend. Because I don't have a controller, so I need to go and buy one, and those things are expensive.
I can't believe I've never played Ni no Kuni.
It's really good, though.
I've wanted to. I was looking forward to it so bad when it was like announced and shit. It was like the biggest topic. I was like talking about it all the time. But
it's well worth picking up for cheap.
It is pretty cheap now.
What was I going to say?
Yeah.
I sort of wish they brought it over here, like to the West on the DS though, like it was originally in Japan.
I would love it
because
on the DS.
that would be such a good game to take around with you. Because I'd be playing it on the bus, playing it on the train.
I wish it was on the DS. What's up with that?
Yeah, I don't know why they went, oh, we're going to port it. And that's the version we're going to release in the West. Because Ghibli's such an accessible thing, I feel like it would have sold well.
For sure, yeah.
But I've been playing that, and it's amazing. But, yeah, you need to go and play on it.
Hell
Apart from,
yeah.
I don't know whether to recommend it to you, Bill, because I know you won't finish it.
Yeah, I mean, that's especially, like, you said you're going to write about your experience with the JRPGs. Like, if I were to do that, it'd be a sentence long. Like, that's why I'm surprised I'm, like, that into, like, Dark Souls. Like, not that, I mean, it's made in Japan. I mean, people don't dub it JRPG. I mean, JRPGs aren't just RPGs made by the Japanese. I mean, obviously, there's certain ramifications that would qualify it, but it's a long-ass game, and the fact that I actually decided that I'm going to start this,
but will you finish it? That's the question.
Exactly. And if anything's going to stop me from finishing Dark Souls, it's my inability to beat bosses. Which is
what
I was so proud of myself when I started playing Dark Souls. I beat, was it the Taurus demon? The one on the big wall thing. I beat that and I was like, end game. I'm done now.
I was a little bitch in that fight. I decided, okay, I started off as a pyromancer class, okay? And certain Dark Souls fans will recommend certain starting classes, this and that, and some people have said the pyromancer starts off with a pretty decent stat set, and the pyromancer's glove thing that you have 8 charges and every bonfire recharge and whatever, it does damage. It's a fire spell. It's good for early game. They get a good head start on bosses with it. Some people say, don't pick classes like that because then the beginning of the game is too easy for you, and then when it starts getting hard, you're gonna regret using the easy shit. Like, okay, well, I'm not a fucking monkey. Like, I can get used to the fucking game. I don't use it exclusively. Like, I think a lot of people will think that if you pick up an item, or if you go to extra lengths to get, say, the Drake sword in Dark Souls, which is a sword you can get for kind of exploiting. I don't want to say exploiting. I did it mainly so I had an item with me in case. I don't use it exclusively. I use it +5 halberd. I don't use the Drake sword often. Very little at all, actually, because I like to save it in case I really need it, so it doesn't break. The Drake sword is a crazy sword you can get pretty much right in the beginning of the game by standing on a ledge and just firing arrows at this dragon, who you normally can't kill this early in the game, but firing arrows at this dragon's tail, and he won't come get you because you're out of his path. So you just keep shooting the arrows and you don't take any damage until he drops the sword. And it's just crazy fucking awesome sword that just kicks ass early game. So I only use that as backup for early game, but I haven't been using it. I've been using the halberd +5. Because you upgrade your weapons, and it's better that way. And so I've been using that. And but I started off as pyromancer, and I was talking about the Taurus demon fight. That's right. I cheesed that fight because there's that ladder that you can crawl up, and then it's part of the strategy, I guess. You'd climb up, lure him up there, jump down, and then whatever. But I would just climb up. He would come down to the base of the ladder and stand there for a minute. I would throw my pyromancer spells at him, jump down, wait for him to come back down, climb back up the ladder, throw my spells at him, jump down, wait for him to jump back down, climb until he was dead. And I totally cheesed the shit out of that fight. And whatever.
Can I just say, when I did that fight, it took me forever to realize that there were archers.
Yes! Wow, that made me so angry.
It's like, why am I dying?
I'm sitting there, and I walk out, I traverse the white mist, or the white whatever, and I'm walking across the bridge, and here comes the Taurus team. Oh, shit. And then I start getting pecked with fucking bolts. And I'm like, you fucking serious? And then lo and behold, there's 2 archers up there. And, yeah, I've been having tons of fun with that game now. I guess I can talk about that for a second. And I'm stuck on the Capra Demon fight right now. I'm not that far into the game. I put 10 hours into it so far, which is minuscule compared to how much is really in there. But I'm at this fight now where I'm in Lower Undeadburg. I just finished fighting shit in the Undead Parish. I fought these gargoyles and stuff, and beat them. And now I'm on this fight where I walk through the white mist, and I am stuck in this claustrophobic ass fucking alleyway with a set of steps that leads nowhere. And not only is there this giant demon with these 2 massive swords, but there's 2 very annoying dogs that not only run and jump at you, but they dive through the air like an arrow fired by a fucking giant. Like, they jump at you from, like, across the area. So as soon as you walk through the mist, not only is this Capra Demon running at you like a fucking bat out of hell, but you have 2 fucking stupid-ass dogs getting stuck on the entire environment because of shitty clipping. And now, not only are those dogs stuck trying to jump at you, but you're fucking stuck in a corner because here's a rock placed right in the middle of the most annoying fucking spot while these dogs are gnawing away your ass, while this Capra Demon decides it's okay to put his foot in the only open space you'd be able to run. So you can't dodge roll through his legs or anything, which would be pretty fucking cool if you could, because there's totally enough space. But no, the problem that I'm having with that fight is I'm getting stuck in the environment. I know the method to beat it, so I don't want anybody commenting in the comment section, well, what you're doing wrong is you.
Well, Bill, let me tell you how shit you are at Dark Souls.
I
don't like. I've got to be honest. I kind of don't like the fan base for that game too much because they make you feel so shit.
They've got a lot of butts in there, and
like they're probably on the whole really nice, but the people who when people were like, "Oh, Dark Souls 2, it's not for me," and they would just like heave hate on this person for not understanding it or whatever.
You're denying the greatest game of our generation by not playing Dark Souls. You are depriving yourself of the only game experience left in our generation. That's like Hulk Hogan. That actually challenges the player. It actually doesn't hold their hand, brother. You're denying yourself the real opportunity to be a gamer by not playing Dark Souls, brother. Like, fuck off, okay? Like, I get it. Games have a lot of tutorials. A lot of games are easy, but some games just aren't for everybody. And I struggled getting into Dark Souls before. I have it on a 360. I've tried to play it a few times. I don't know what struck a chord this time playing it. Maybe I'm more mature. Well, judging by that Hulk Hogan impersonation, I don't know if that's.
Dude, it's probably you just gave him more of a chance.
But yeah, like you were saying, people attack. If you say Dark Souls isn't for you, or you can't get into it, or maybe and once you learn some of the mechanics and some of the fights, and like know what enemies are gonna do, like it actually isn't the hardest game in the world. But like
there's people that can speedrun the thing.
Yeah, but it is genuinely hard for some people. Like even if some people can learn the mechanics, some people just aren't good at that, and that's okay. But a lot of Dark Souls fans will attack, and I don't think the large majority of them are like that.
It's just the vocal minority.
Yeah, like I know one of our viewers and one of my Twitter followers is a big Dark Souls fan. Fuck, I forget his Twitter name. I know his name's Raphael, I think. I think it's Raphael, I hope. If it's not,
There's no one sat there going, "Oh yeah, that's me."
it's just some random new listener named Raphael. Oh wow. But anyway, that's a very nice Dark Souls fan. Has given me pointers to get started when tweeting for help.
That wasn't a mean one.
He's a nice man. Um, but yeah, and
And can I just say, I would be so much more inclined to play more Dark Souls if it wasn't for the fact that it was games for Windows Live. I have such a bad experience with that service.
yeah, and
That's why I gave up on Dead Rising as well, to be
I
honest.
I've been one of the lucky ones, as far as like using games for Windows Live, where I haven't had any problems. Like I just signed in with my Xbox Live name and it was good to go. My friend has problems with it, and the reason I was going to say before about Dark Souls, my save might not work, is because my friend forgot his game. He has Dark Souls on Steam, and I was playing it, and we were on Skype together. He's, oh, I'll boot my copy up too, and I'll play it. And he couldn't remember his games for Windows Live, the email he used or the password to get into
Oh,
the account.
I can't remember mine right now.
Yeah,
I don't know.
because once you
I would have to experiment.
once you buy it on Steam, Dark Souls, it comes with a key. And then when you open the game up, it pops up Games Windows Live, and you put the key in, and it links to that account. So, like, you can only play online with that Games Windows Live account. And he couldn't remember. So, okay, I'll play offline, whatever. So he's playing the game, and he turned it on the next day and noticed it didn't save. And he looked it up, and it's like, oh, you can't save unless you're online or something like that, which is odd because you can play Dark Souls offline on, like, 360. And it was just kind of, I mean,
It's because the 360 doesn't have a stupid service.
yeah, like I'm just worried that somehow, some way, my saves are somehow tied to some kind of weird system, either cloud-based or just authenticated through Windows Live. And
You've got until it goes down, man.
if I don't beat this game by like the rumored date of July 1st, then I'm gonna lose. I mean, I'm not that far into it, but the thing is like I've grinded out souls, I've upgraded a bunch of equipment. Like I'm in a spot right now in the game where like I took a little. I mean, some people might not recommend you play this way, but I took a little bit of time to prepare myself with weaponry, upgrade it, even my guy out a little bit, and get ready to actually start going. And that's where most of my time was invested. And I would hate to lose that. I mean,
You might not have a choice.
I might not have a choice. That's what makes it so fucking scary. I'm gonna like maybe Google if there's a way to back up GFWL saves or something. There's got to be some way. I mean, anything's possible on the PC, it seems. So.
Yeah, there is probably a way, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I won't start any more games that are through Games for Windows Live until after that date.
Yeah, I thought I would. That's all I'd be playing. I mean, until I decided spontaneously to buy WildStar, um, which it's an MMO. I mean,
Dude, man, you got a problem.
I also don't know why I buy into MMOs so quickly. WildStar has a lot of neat features in it, and it's actually a very good MMO combat-wise. And the combat's probably the best I played in an MMO. I think it further takes on some of the things brought in Guild Wars 2 and combines them with some WoW stuff. But at the same time, like
I thought you said you weren't going to talk about WildStar.
well, I figured I'll bring it up. That way I can get out of the way. I never talk about it again. And I'm gonna play out my free month. I'll play it as much as humanly possible at my free month, which I think that's the interesting thing about MMOs. Like, obviously, like most of the bulk of the content's at end game. Like well, people say, but I mean, you can still have a good experience even just leveling up. Like, even with Elder Scrolls Online, I don't feel like I wasted my money. Only because I put a ton of hours in, like in my free grace period of 30 days, to where
Okay,
like.
but Bill, you definitely wasted your money.
I definitely okay. In the grand scheme of being a smart man, I wasted my money. But as far as like game time per hour or per dollar, like I put in my $60 worth of game into it. Like obviously it yielded no good results, but WildStar is a lot more polished than Elder Scrolls Online. But I feel like I just want to play Final Fantasy 14. Like I can't fight. That's my urge. Like that's the MMO I want to play. So I kind of feel like I shouldn't have bought WildStar because like Final Fantasy it's really good. But I've been playing that. I don't have much to say about that aside from it's funny.
I'm just realizing I've played so much stuff since we last recorded.
Yeah, it's hard to kind
It
of
was a while. It's been like over a month, I think.
Yeah. It's been a while,
I'm
guys.
trying to remember everything that I might have played.
I played a game called It'll Do.
Oh, I saw you play that on Steam. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, it's really good. It's like an indie Zelda, and it's got hard as nails puzzles. It's got really interesting mechanics. It's just really good.
It will do.
It'll Do, which is ITTLE.
Yeah, it's spelled all
DEW.
spelled weird.
I guess it's supposed to be like,
It'll do.
yeah,
Okay.
like it'll do. You know, it's supposed to be
That's
like a play on words or something, but it's
fucking
so good.
Clever.
Um,
I'll look it up right now.
it's really really good. And I also played the How Do You Level Up on Steam game, which is the most bullshit way to level up on
It's
Steam.
completing card sets. I spent time doing that. One day.
I am in the area now though of making profit. I've officially made £4 through completing
Yeah!
stuff and then selling it on.
I don't
When
know.
you get like the pack when you complete the cards and stuff.
Wait, what?
You know when you get all the cards and you combine it to make a badge,
Yeah.
and then it gives you like a bunch of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
like emotes and wallpapers and stuff. Just by selling those on,
Oh,
I
okay.
made a profit.
I sold a bunch of my card doubles, and I made $350. And I was super excited because then Prison Architect went on sale for $11, and I got the game for like $7, and I had more money in my Steam wallet added on top of the money I made from the cards. So like I got a fucking awesome deal on Prison Architect, which is $30 regularly. I got a mega bill sale on that fucking game.
Can I just say, I got BlazBlue gifted to me.
Mhm.
And the cards in that, for some reason, sell for loads. If I'd bought that game, I would have easily made my money back just by selling the like 4 or 5 cards that you get through playing it. It's insane.
Yeah,
if you get like a Noel Vermilion background or whatever, those things sell for like 20-30 quid.
I think like certain stuff like that. I think the reason it's so much money is because like those games are so not popular on Steam. Like those cards, there's like none of those cards in the market. Like
Yeah.
nobody has those fucking cards.
But guess who's got a BlazBlue background on their profile now?
Boom. I have a Guacamelee on mine.
I think I
But
have
that
Binding
costs
of
like a
Isaac.
penny.
Yeah, but I unlocked it with cards.
Yeah, I got the Binding of Isaac one. Unlocked that one.
I actually bought my gin one because it was like 30p, and I was like, all right, and now it's selling for like triple the price. So.
I think the whole Steam marketplace. I never actually knew how this shit worked. Like just in general, like even like just small purchases, like playing Team Fortress 2 and Counter-Strike Go in Dota 2 will net you items. Like even just selling for like 10, 15 cents, like and like the drop rates on items in Team Fortress 2 are kind of wonky. You don't always get them, and you know it's kind of rare. But the fact that Team Fortress 2 has this whole system behind it, where you can get so many items, desynthesize them down to metal, trade that metal for better items or keys or anything else, and then sell those items that you used by the metal. But you got all the shit for free for like $7. And it's like, what? Why am I not playing? I love Team Fortress 2. Why am I not playing this game religiously and making money? Like, and not even
the problem is it's not real world money; it's Steam money.
Yeah,
So
but that's okay.
You're gonna spend real world money anyways on Steam.
Yeah, like that's like free discounts on games. Like that's okay. And
you
even
know when the sales hit, I really hope that I've got some money in my Steam wallet because I'll be like,
Well,
oh, this sale is the best because it's
we
not real money.
we should
So
start playing Team Fortress. Start getting some items.
really should.
I think I have like $4 on mine.
Because I mean, I'll tell you, it's such an interesting, weird economy that came out. Like I never really knew about until I looked into it and I started selling my card doubles, and then I'm looking at like the Steam Marketplace and looking at Team Fortress items, and like going to like tf2outpost.com and like looking at like the trades people set up, and like my God, like people trade. If you go to like the subreddit Steam Game Swap, like people are trading like Team Fortress keys and crates and items and all kinds of shit for games. Like and people are doing it, and it's like
Because the whole Steam thing, it's a game on its own to people.
yeah, it's fucking nuts. But
Fucking.
They're just making like so much money off of it though. Steam are good for money. They don't need any more of mine.
It was crazy. I saw a tweet from Northern Lion. He brought up the fact that Steam is making about 30% off of. Presumably, I mean, considering most of the people buy their PC games from Steam, they're making like 30% off of every fucking PC game sale ever, pretty much. Like, Valve was raking in so much fucking money by not doing a goddamn thing and just having a service open for people to sell.
They're gonna be like Half-Life 3. We don't need to make that game anymore. We're too rich.
Like, oh man, like, oh. They could release Half-Life 3 without even putting any marketing budget behind it.
They probably will.
Could you imagine that, just opening up Steam and there's Half-Life 3 available? People go insane. I think
Steve would like break for a little.
Yeah, no, if Half-Life that I think would be a better thing than like I think they might do that.
That'd be better than like any E3 that could possibly come out.
I mean, I would love to see how people reacted to that.
Yeah,
I really would.
But so yeah, should we start taking questions?
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm selling cards on Steam right now, man.
So
I just want to get my level to the point where it's got a red ring around it, and then I'll be happy. I'm not there yet.
Am I there? I'm not sure.
Yeah, you're there. I'm the only one on the podcast that isn't there.
Oh, you suck, Evie.
I know. I'm so bad. It's 'cause I'm a girl and I suck.
That's fine. You'll get there one day.
That was a joke, by the way. For those of you listening, joke.
Our first question comes from Nikozu, or Nicholas. He asks, what anime would you like to see as a JRPG or FPS?
FPS.
Oh, that's a hard one.
What anime as an RPG or an FPS? RPG anime. I want
Sword
like
Art Online.
No.
I want an MMO. The VR headsets.
Don't hack, but that hack already exists. Ha. No, I want like One Piece, like a legit One Piece RPG. We can be a pirate and just like go find the One Piece. That'd be awesome. There's so many characters and so much like world builded already. You have so much.
Well, there's not a lot of, I don't think, but there are a few One Piece games already, aren't there?
Yeah, they're like Pirate Warriors. That's like that's again like it's like a beat 'em up game type of
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
RPG. Wow.
Yeah. I'd be into that. I'd be really into that, actually.
That'd be interesting.
Because I know they've got like a fighting game out there, and I'm sort of interested in playing that, but I just feel like that would be a really good universe for a JRPG. Or an FPS, whatever.
Cross game.
FPS.
Cross game is my RPG.
Cross game RPG.
Would that be an RPG that you finished?
Like, you get to create your guy. He lives in the universe of cross game. He goes to that school. You pick what position you want to play as baseball. You level up. You put stats in your guy. You get cool skills to use. Like, if you're a pitcher, you get like a cool move that makes the ball fly everywhere. I don't know. Make it work, Japan. I don't care how you do it.
Sort of like, what's it called? Inazuma
11, yeah.
There we go.
I can get into random battles in the street and like a cool like a baseball game played in like the park. Like you random bat. Oh man, that sounds so dumb, but I'd play it.
I'm gonna say this as well, just because I've recently rewatched it. Hero Man.
Yo.
I'd be so into that.
Yow.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I love Hero Man.
Oh shit. Fullmetal, I think, would be a cool RPG world as well.
Yeah, you'd have like your own power and shit.
Yeah, like picking your own type of alchemy, or if you even not even want to be an alchemist.
They've made some really bad Fullmetal Alchemist games. Yeah, like I own one called Dual Sympathy, and it's so bad.
I own one on PS2. I forget the name of it.
Yeah, there's a couple on PS2.
Ugh.
Thanks for the question, Nicholas.
I think we could go on that for ages, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut that. I'm gonna cut the half that beast. This comes from NeoAce. He asks, do you guys have any fun stories about playing games with friends, like a gaming marathon or LAN party?
Me and my friends used to have BlazBlue-a-thons, where we would sit, drink, and play BlazBlue pretty much all night. But that's about it.
I used to have when I was in 6th grade. I used to have a friend over. My brother would, well, yeah, my brother would be with us too, and we would play Morrowind on the original Xbox. Now this isn't. We didn't play like obviously you can't play multiplayer, but we had what I dubbed and led as the Morrowind fan club, which is the three of us, and
Oh my god,
I
that's
gave
so
us
adorable,
I
baby
gave
Bill.
us I gave us like character sheets and when we played like we named our characters and then I wrote them down in a notebook like okay this is like my friend Derek his character's name and then my character's name and our race our class like and then in each we would take turns playing the game like an hour piece watch each other play like he play his character and because I mean, like back then, I mean, I don't think anybody understands. Like, I'm sure people do understand, but like the first time I played Morrowind, like I was little, okay, like well not little, but like I was a kid, like a young kid, and like that game is so like archaic, I guess, in the sense of the way it presents its quest log system that I was never used to playing a game where like I never played a game before where like okay, here's a journal, there's no quest marker, there's no anything, like fucking I didn't do the main quest to this day. I haven't beaten the main quest in Morrowind, and or because I get lost in the game. And back then, I didn't even really fucking bother to even look into any quests. Back playing Morrowind, back in the day, my friends and I, we just played the game. We explored the world and saw shit and looked up secrets and never completed one quest. And I'm not fucking shitting you. But what was required of us was I had a notebook, and I say after my friend Derek finished his session, I would load up my guy, and we would start. I would start playing or doing whatever I was doing, and then he would have to go write in the notebook everything he did, like a journal. And I still have everything. And I have all the papers ripped out, but I have them in the back of my Morrowind Prophecies guidebook. And yeah, the Fisher Morrowind Club. My guy's name was. I'm just an idiot though. I took my guy's name right off of a slave owner in the game named Orvis Dren. Like I didn't really think of that. Um, uh, that's my source. That and playing Animal Crossing. We did the same thing with Animal Crossing on the GameCube. Like I lived in the
Oh
town,
man.
my brother's guy lived in the town, and my friend's guy lived in the town. We all had our houses there in that main core village, that core suburb of houses that the human players got to live in, and it was fun. That was fun because like that game's persistent. Like when we traded off our Morrowind characters, like okay, with different worlds, different save games, different doing different stuff. But when we traded off on Animal Crossing, like everything's the same. Like you know, we're all there. So like, we drop shit in front of our houses and I don't know, just doing stupid shit. And though that was really fun. I miss those days. That and talking and playing RuneScape together too was they're my fond memories of they're really fun, I guess funny or fun stories, but like
Can
this
I just
Memorable
say that
stories.
was a nice heartwarming moment from you. That was a nice story.
a little different than I actually always think about my RuneScape days with my friends in the neighborhood. Like I don't hang out with a lot of them anymore. Um, but those days were fun. Like even though I went outside, like I wasn't like someone shut in and just played RuneScape and got super fat. Like I go outside, we'd go exploring in the woods and find all these creeks and shit. And but the conversations out loud were always about RuneScape. So like even when we weren't playing RuneScape, we were playing RuneScape. And I mean it when I say that everybody in my neighborhood played. Kids down the street, kids around the corner, kids 2 blocks down, kids 3 blocks down, kids around this corner, down this alleyway. Everybody I knew from the park down the street, from the basketball court down the street, they all fucking played. And like WoW will always kind of be my favorite MMO, but like my RuneScape days, easily my fondest MMO days because everybody was connected somehow in real life. Like it was a fun time, and it created arguments and fights and rifts. And there were people my brother and I hated because of what they did in game and like scammed us out of items and all this. Man,
There's scammers everywhere, man.
they were they were good days. That's yeah, man, yeah, nostalgia.
I'm wondering actually if that's why you're so attached to Morrowind.
Yeah, that is, and it's so weird because like it's my favorite Elder Scrolls game, but I haven't like really like seen the quests. Like I just and it's not even like the game's only good because
Oh,
of
you should
its.
go back and do more videos on it.
I
Those
should,
are so great.
I should. I
You got
put
stuck in the tree, it was great.
fucking hundreds of hours into that game. Like I've seen not even every inch of land, but like my time with Morrowind was strictly exploration and making my own fun. And
My experience with Morrowind was, oh, I thought I found the Thieves Guild. I died by a skeever, and then realized there was no autosave, so I stopped playing.
yeah. Um, yeah. But I think if I had to pick like a favorite Elder Scrolls game based on quest content and doing things like that, I'd pick Oblivion. But like out of the stuff I've done quest wise, I have to obviously play Morrowind and really get into the meat of it now that I'm older and know how to approach the game. Like back then I didn't know how to approach it, neither did my friends. Like we just opened it up and just holy shit, we can explore this whole fucking world. Like I never played a game like that before. So like, we just went nuts and just do whatever we wanted. Like it was wondrous as a kid playing that game, like playing a game like that, especially for the first time. But
Yeah, and there's a lot of like childhood memories like that for me as well. Like for like playing Halo,
mhm.
connect a bunch of like Xboxes together and just like play split screens. Anything split screen is like super nostalgic for me.
Yeah.
Oh, then it's like
The
Mario
Nintendo
Kart all the
64
way.
days,
Yeah.
yeah, like Mario Kart, Super Smash Brothers, like all that stuff, like 007, like James Bond, trying to like kill each other. That was
Yeah, that kind of
I like how you said 007 James Bond without saying GoldenEye.
that kind
I
of
mean, I didn't want to say just GoldenEye because that's not the only memories I have with the James Bond game.
man, that kind of stuff I did with my dad. Um,
I used to do that like with my dad as well. We used to play
I
Mario Kart all the time.
kick his fucking ass in Double Dash. Like it wasn't fucking fair. I picked Baby Mario and Baby Luigi, and
I used to play as Mario and Daisy in that game. Like the weirdest combination.
this odd combination.
I don't know why.
Yeah, pick the babies because they have like the highest acceleration rate. So if I got hit with something, I'd be back to my, albeit not the highest, but I'll be back to my top speed in no time. So, um, that and I used to play my dad Madden, and I have
We've heard the Madden stories.
Yeah.
the story where he ripped up the schedule through the disc.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I was just talking to Permadeath the other day. Jesus Christ. But
But I have recent ones though. What about some recent? Because like League of Legends, a couple
yeah.
of years ago, that was like my life. I would like that's all I did for
My
like
friends
many
don't
months.
play games with me.
I used to play like freaking 10, 12 hours a day for like weeks on end. I would just sit there play League, and it switched over to Smite for like probably a month, and then back to
Um,
League.
the only game that I've played multiplayer recently has been Minecraft. Because
Well, that
we
was
have
some
our own
fun
server and
time.
stuff. And I like Minecraft. It's just when you don't have anything to do and you can't think of anything to do, it's so boring. Like beyond belief boring. Made a nether hub today because I was just bored and had nothing to do.
Go in
Yeah.
with the plan. You gotta have a plan. Like
Yeah,
draw
I don't
things
have a
out and
plan.
make some blueprints at home first before you go
I
in.
used to do that, like not even joking. Genuinely used to sit there and draw what I wanted my house to look like.
The last time I played Minecraft was when I made that Attack on Titan like picture thing in the game. Did you ever see that?
Oh my god,
Yeah.
oh my god, oh my god, I just remembered. Do you remember when you were like, oh, I want a permadeath logo? Um,
Oh yeah, I was that's actually the app I used. I took the picture and I turned that Attack on Titan scene where Aaron is jumping in front of the colossal titan, and it turned it into Minecraft blocks. Then I printed it out on two pieces of sheet of paper, like to have it bigger. It was like half on one side and half on the other, and then I would just like look at each one and I would actually build each one in creative mode, and I actually built that whole picture. There was like 7,000 blocks or some shit.
oh my god, it
It took
legitimately
me
killed me though when
it
Bill
took
went,
me
oh, I want
10
like
hours though.
when Bill went, oh, I want like a skull or something for the permadeath logo, and you were like, I got you covered, man, and you sent him like
I still think that's
this
the best.
stupid skull.
I still have it in my phone if we ever need it.
I got it on my computer.
It's the best thing. We
I'll put it
laughed
up on
about it for
the
legit hours.
I'll put it up on the screen right now. If anyone's watching this on YouTube, I mean, if you're listening on iTunes, sorry, but if you're listening on YouTube, look at the screen right now.
Yeah, if you like it, let us know in the comments below, and that might become our main logo.
It
won't.
it was just one of those things where I was like, this is going to be the least professional thing I ever do in my life.
No, I think it has to be silly. It's a silly
Oh,
Scott.
it just made me laugh so much, and you sent like 3 more as well.
Yeah, they're all equally as shit.
And then you made me. You put my face
I
in
made Bill as
Minecraft.
well. I don't know. I just had that app still installed. I just kept making.
That app is amazing because it's just so bad.
Yo, Grandma, how many tweets did you get from people calling me ugly? When you changed your Twitter avatar this week to my face.
It wasn't. I didn't get people. I got a couple.
And,
I got a couple that like they captioned it. There was a couple who sent it. It was
like,
kind of funny.
I don't blame them because I think it's a bad picture. Like
That's the
like,
best picture. That's literally the funniest. You should put that picture now. People look at YouTube right now. There's that picture.
There's that. Yes, there's that as well. I'll put them both side by side.
That is the best picture on the internet.
Oh
Like
my
seriously,
God.
I had to use it as my profile picture for a day. It's a good.
Well, all the other
I'm
questions,
looking at the picture right now. It's so funny.
all the
You
other
should put that in Minecraft blocks.
all the other questions.
Oh yeah, I should make that in Minecraft blocks and actually make it in Minecraft.
Please do it.
That's like 10 hours of my life that will just be like, what's wrong with
Best
me?
10 hours of your life ever.
I'll be looking at every pixel of Bill's thing in Minecraft.
Oh, that'd be so good.
All the other pictures seem to be about E3 and are things we already answered in our discussion.
Really?
Yeah, like okay, what are your expectations for the press conferences? What do you think about some of the games that they're going to be announcing? What do you think about some of the rumors? Do you like to
To be
smoke
honest,
salmon?
I've sort of been keeping my my head out of the rumors.
Me
Because
too.
then I feel like it'll be more of a surprise.
Yeah, that and like I don't believe anybody anymore. Like
You've lost all
just
faith.
don't fucking believe anybody. I don't believe anybody. I hate most of like the little pockets of gaming community that you find on the internet. Like they all just anger me. Like I don't listen to anybody. I don't like to read anybody's shit. And, like man, I just shut
You
myself up.
got issues, man.
Fuck them all.
um.
But yeah.
Did we answer the wish list question though?
Oh well, there was no wish list question. Well, it
But
was
did
just
we answer that in our discussion? Or
yeah.
no,
It
not
was
really.
just not really. I we just kind of said like what we'd want to see. Like you said, like Star Fox. And I said like I just want Uncharted 4 and reasons to buy it.
What about Yokohama?
I don't know.
Mose?
I don't know. I just want a game that will get me back into console gaming. Because I haven't been a console gamer in a very long time.
Did you ever buy Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze or no?
I didn't yet. I haven't. Like I said, I only have 3 games for the Wii U. There's probably games already out there that are worth like jumping into. Of course, like the Wii U even has a couple, but I just haven't been in the mood like sitting at the TV and like playing. I when I
I'm
switched
just
to Steam,
surprised.
I just stopped playing consoles. That's pretty much
I'm
it.
just surprised that you haven't gone. Oh, I like Donkey Kong.
I
Oh,
love
I
Donkey
do
Kong,
like
but
those
I
games.
keep playing it. I mean, right now, if they released the Super Nintendo version of Donkey Kong Country right now on the Wii U, I'll buy it.
Oh, they won't though, because it's a rare game.
Yeah, but I mean, if they would, I would buy that like day one right now. I'll buy it right now and play it. Like I
Wish
played the
list.
originals.
Wish
Yeah,
list.
sure.
Announcement. Rare. Goes back to Nintendo.
Oh,
There you
come
go.
on.
That'd be so good.
That's impossible.
That'd be good though.
I did actually buy Super Mario Brothers 3 like 2 days ago on the Wii U, like the digitally.
So you turned the console on, you bought that, and then you turned it off again.
Nah, I watched some Netflix a little bit, then I turned it off.
Oh man, can you do that without a subscription?
No, of course you have to be subscribed.
No, I mean like Xbox Gold. To watch Crunchyroll on Xbox, you have to have Xbox Gold, or you had to have Xbox Gold, or something. It's really dumb.
Oh, no, I don't know. There's no Crunchyroll on Wii U. I want that to be announced. Where the fudge is Crunchyroll? I can't believe there's no Crunchyroll on the Wii U.
They announced it on Chromecast before you get it on the Wii U.
Exactly. Like, nobody gives a shit, dude. That would be a perfect console. I love Hulu and Netflix on the Wii U. I love browsing and reading descriptions and shit on the gamepad. You know, while like seeing the big picture on the TV. It's kind of cool. I like the gamepad.
Just shout outs to that gamepad. It's really good.
That gamepad is cool, and I have a Zelda Special Edition one, so it's really cool seeing all the Hyrule.
Oh, it's so bad.
I'm just sad that the Wii U, the limited edition Zelda one, only gamepad was like limited edition. It's just the regular.
Well, you never look at the console. The console's way longer than I thought it would be. I thought it was just like a little tiny.
Yeah, it is kind of, I guess.
Box.
Apple TV size box? No.
I thought it was tiny from the pictures because they always compared it to this gamepad. They never showed it from like an angle. It was just the front, and I was like, "Oh man, that thing's tiny! Wow."
Well, it's about like a foot.
That's my 3 wish list.
Make a tiny.
If they actually, if they announced Star Fox for Wii U. Price doesn't matter anymore, man. I'll get one.
That's the last straw.
Yeah, they haven't made a Star Fox game that's been canon since Star Fox Assault for the GameCube.
We all know how the
Been that long. I liked that game. I don't know if many people did. But
there was two Star Fox games on the GameCube, I remember.
Yeah, there was Adventures and Assault, and no one really liked either, and I really liked both.
I had both at one point.
There was a rumor that, was it Platinum Games is making a Star Fox Adventures style Star Fox game? And I don't think that's true, but I really want it to be.
Nah, it's not true.
Oh, it'd be so good,
but I mean, they need to bring something back. I want something new. Give me a new series. I want a new series. Some kind of new series of games.
When was the last time Nintendo did a new series?
Not just Nintendo. Question. Anything. I want on any console.
Ubisoft, right.
Something that I'd be interested in.
Can I just say, Ubisoft's conference is going to consist of more stuff about the crew, more stuff about The Division, more stuff about Assassin's Creed, and then I reckon they'll pull a Watch Dogs on us and announce another game that way.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll have a new IP for sure.
Oh.
They better do, because...
I want Crash Bandicoot to come back.
Wait, do we know if Aisha Taylor is hosting the Ubisoft press conference?
I am not sure.
Because it's going to be 10 times worse if she's not. Because she's amazingly... She was so good 2 years ago, but last year was so cringeworthy.
Yeah, a lot of the press conferences are cringeworthy.
Unless they really announce Crash Bandicoot on PS4.
You know,
why not?
funny? Yeah.
Why not?
Well,
why not?
That property went to Microsoft, didn't it? Well, no, Universal or something, and
you can't make Crash Bandicoot anymore. Is that
and then like Crash Bandicoot became somewhat multi-plat or something.
Man,
I don't know.
I want a Spyro game, not Skylanders. Even though I have Skylanders, that's one of the 3 games that I have.
Oh my god.
Well, we shall see.
Are you trying to wrap this podcast up, Bill?
Yeah.
You bored of us now?
Nah.
Go on then.
I got a kitten.
What?
I've had it for a few weeks.
You got a cat?
I got a kitten. I rescued a kitten. I was pressure washing a pool at an apartment complex, and under the gazebo, I shot some water under there because it looked kind of dirty.
Oh no!
And there was like 5 kittens in there. Like they all ran off, and I caught one of them.
You caught one of them?
Fucking Ash Ketchum.
Yeah, I threw.
Please tell me you called it Meow. Please tell me you called it Meow.
I called it Kiara.
Like from The Lion King too.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Kiara, so I call it Kiara. It's so cool. You're like the first person that actually got it right away. I don't know why. I think a lot of people watch Lion King 2. Or they don't
Lion
remember.
King 2 is amazing. I don't care what people say.
Lion King 2. Man, but I got this kitten, and she was trying to kill me for the first couple days, but now I think she's used to me. Now she's too used to me. It's like ruining shit. It's annoying me. She's like in my anime box like art box shelf right now, doing stuff.
Can I just say, I am exactly that way with cats, where I'm like, oh, you're so cute, I love you, you're so fluffy, and they hate me. and they never get used to me because I don't have a cat. So
Well, I haven't actually like had a cat that was like my cat ever, so we're learning together. This kitten.
is she like peeing everywhere? That's the question.
No. You know what I did? This is a very effective way to teach a cat like how to use the litter box. Like the first day I took my brother's litter box. He used to have a cat, so he has a litter box and a little bit of litter left. So I took the litter box, I set it up in the bathroom and everything. And then I took the cat, I put it in there and I took its paws and I'm like started digging with its paws. And I'm like, if you ever shit anywhere, that's not in this box. And that's all I said while I was digging with its paws. And it never shit anywhere.
Crying.
It always no problem. It pisses and shits in the box. That's the way it should be. It got the message I was trying to put across.
Yara's a legend, man.
Oh, and I'm also Bill growing your favorite vegetable right now.
Fucking tomatoes.
Fucking tomatoes, man. I have a tomato bush over the outside. It's like in a bucket, a 5-gallon paint bucket. It's growing.
That's recycling.
Oh man, dude. So I'm gonna be eating some homegrown tomatoes, man. I'll be thinking of you.
Thanks, bro.
Dude,
Bill, why did you just get so bored all of a sudden?
I'm not.
You were just like, yeah, I guess we'll see. Let's end this podcast, and we're just talking about cats now. So
I'm just trying to wonder if you guys hear the noises my cat's making.
Oh, I heard that one.
Yeah. So it's on my computer, laying there right now.
That's so cute.
Cat
Oh.
replaces Kubo on the Permadeath podcast.
Wow, that's an upgrade. Step up right now.
It's okay because Kubo's not gonna listen this far into this.
Yeah, we can talk shit about Kubo all we want right now.
Oh, shall we reveal his secret?
Kubo's actually Asian.
Yeah.
Actually.
Kubo secretly
is
an astronaut.
Batman.
He's in space right now.
Yeah, that's why he had to go.
Yeah.
He was the cameraman when they were filming the Space Dandy anime. He was the cameraman.
Oh man, I love that idea.
Speaking of anime, I'm gonna be starting Hunter x Hunter when we're done here.
What about Sword Art
Weren't
Online?
you gonna start it yesterday?
Yeah, but I went to bed.
Ah.
What about Sword Art Online?
Why would you? No one's Sword Art Online. Why would you do that?
I have
because he has to.
Why? Was there like a bet or something?
No, he's supposed to be on an episode of Anime Club.
Oh, I'm on Anime Club for No Game No Life. That's also a video game one, in a way.
Is it?
I mean, puzzles. It's like a board game video game.
Yeah,
type.
you know what? I started watching No Game No Life, and like I was immediately turned off by the panty shots of the 11-year-old sister. Just immediately, okay. I get
You
it.
haven't watched anime in a long time,
Well,
man.
yeah, and that's why. That's part of the reasons. I'm not desensitized to it or anything, I'm not sensitive about it, but I'm yeah, not anymore.
Say it for me.
Like, not anymore. I don't want to see that. Like, I will it makes it sound like I'm a recovering pedophile. Like, there was once a day where I wanted to see that. No, like.
No, but one day you were 16. You know, it made more sense for you to watch that stuff when you were younger.
Like, I turn it on, and I'm like, okay, this is sweet. Cool concept.
Hey, Bill, can I recommend you a series right now, really quick?
Yes.
My Little Sister Can't Be This Unusual, or whatever the fuck it is.
Recently, My Sister is Unusual.
Oh wait, what's that one?
This is the best. You'll love it. It's exactly what you would like in an anime.
It's about a little sister who gets possessed by the spirit of a dead girl who puts a chastity belt on her that will kill her if she doesn't get her brother to love her.
And that ghost takes over her body a lot of the time.
It's kind of amazing because it's so hilarious. I don't think you're supposed to take it seriously somehow.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, that kind of stuff, and I can't make statements like this kind of stuff on Twitter because like a lot of anime followers and a lot of them are really like entrenched in anime, and like I don't mean to insult anime when I say these things that like I can't get into a lot of anime anymore because a lot of it has things I just don't fucking like anymore. Like I can't do it. Like, and this sounds so odd, dude, but I can't watch 13-year-old girls fighting shit anymore. Like I can't do it. It's weird to me. Like
I know what you should watch. Free Watobi Swim Club.
Yeah, see, even that.
That's actually pretty good though.
It's a good show.
It's.
I've seen like 4 episodes of it though.
Man, you need to watch more, both of you.
Yeah. Well, I won't. But
Season 2. Welcome
Are you-
to Anime Podcast.
It's the Aniverse, man.
No Game No Life. Like I turned it on and I watched the first step. I watched the whole thing. I didn't turn it off, and I really like. I might give
It's
it.
pretty good. It's pretty good.
I
You
might
should
give
watch
it more tries, but the first 10 minutes. Okay, they're almost crazy. A fight. Oh, this is awesome. All these visuals. And then it cuts to the brother and sister in their house, and like she like rolls over, and there's just a big mushy shot of her fucking crotch in panties.
Dude,
Like the type.
Spoilers,
are
God.
you new to anime or something?
No, but like I don't I can't. There's a reason I haven't been watching it.
Oh, can I suggest you something?
I can't.
I haven't actually started watching it, but I think Baby Steps might be your thing.
Baby Steps is amazing.
Baby Steps. I read
the best sports anime of the season.
I read the first like 30 chapters of the manga. I do like Baby Steps a lot, just in general.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Man, I'm so good at recommending things to Bill because he's already read some of it and he likes it. I'm so good.
Yeah, praise yourself. Damn it. Baby Steps. I've never seen it, but you'll probably like it.
Yeah, like I'm not like.
I mean, it has cross game feel.
Well, I heard that it was like a romance sports show.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's focuses
ding
on
ding
romance.
ding ding.
There's like love triangles and shit.
So then I thought, romance? Well, Bill likes his shoujo. Bill likes his sports.
Whatchamacallit, yeah, it's not like it's weird because like like I'd be all game for some of this stuff, but like.
Shout outs to Kubo, who's posting selfies on Twitter right now.
Fucking dick.
Cat's really gonna replace him at this point.
The cat said more on this episode than he did.
The cat. Hey, cat.
What was that laugh?
It's my diabolical burn laugh. I'm just kidding, Kubo. But yeah, that and I don't know, just ecchi in general. I used to be okay with it, you know, 'cause I'm a man. I like boobs, but like, I just like I don't know.
You're not into the panty shots though. That's too
I
much.
just I hate, and I always said I would never say something like this, or I would never feel like this. But I hate to say it, but I think I've grown out on certain aspects of anime, and
No, you know what the problem is, Bill?
it's just
It's because you haven't watched it in a while. If you would start watching anime and like actually start watching like multiple series a season and get further into it, you're gonna go
Like,
back to all that like.
Can I just say though, doing that
ignoring
is
stuff
so
that you know.
exhausting.
like the reason I haven't
Yeah,
watched much
these
anymore
old
is
things.
because these things exist. Like No Game No Life. Like immediately,
You know what?
I just like okay.
With Oko Anime Club, we'll have you on multiple times, and I promise to pick shows that you will like Chihaya Furu,
Jeff was
or you're probably not gonna like Sword Art Online, but you're an MMO person, so we need you.
Yeah.
There's some weird shit in Sword Art Online though that you're probably gonna be like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, it gets a bit tentacle rapey towards the end.
God damn it, Japan.
And there's panty shots actually. Now that I think about it.
Yeah,
Is
I'm
there?
just.
I don't remember anything about Sword Art, man.
I'm just. I can handle panty shots and everything, like whatever. I'm just tired of the whole lolly culture. I can't fucking stand it, and I assume everyone's joking when they say on Twitter, "Oh, it needs more lollies," but I can never tell if they are, and if they aren't, like, dude,
I don't think some of them are, you know.
like, fuck, I don't even care if I piss anybody off. Like, dude, come on, like, do they know what they're? Oh, man.
It's okay, Bill. It's
I'm
okay.
This is E3 pre thoughts.
I'm entering dangerous territory by.
You know what E3 is going to be? It's going to be full of lolly characters in every game. And it's going to be the best E3.
No, there are people who are like legitimately attracted to lollies. Like, what the hell's the matter with you? Like,
I don't think it I hope it doesn't translate into like real life situations.
I don't
think it's more about like I guess probably like going to a different your own world in a way. You know?
I think it's with the characters. It's more the innocence of a character that looks like a little girl
Yeah,
that
but-
people are into.
But they aren't a little girl. They get away with being attracted to a kid because the character's 18. But even then, like lollies, like the penny shot in No Game No Life. I'm sure there's some guy who watched that penny shot and went, oh my god, like this is the best anime. Bah. And then like I'm sitting here like, oh,
No Game
Yeah,
No Life
well,
is pretty damn good though. I'd say.
Jump on Crunchyroll and go and watch Recently My Sister As Unusual. You'll love it.
like even the Oreo stuff.
I watched Oreo actually. I just watched season 1.
Has anyone watched it all the way through towards the end?
No, I just watched season 1. I finished season 1 like.
I
2
know
weeks
what
ago.
happens in it.
Okay, I'm not gonna say anything.
Oh shit, man.
I know the ending only because everyone.
I will say it ruined the entire series for me, though.
Everyone went insane on Twitter when it ended, and there's no way I could avoid the. And I wasn't gonna watch it anyway, so I just looked it up. Whatever.
It's actually pretty decent. The first season, it's like has a lot of like.
I remember the first season being really good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
We are just talking about anime.
We are. It's ridiculous.
And let's stop this and start another podcast right
Welcome to the Anniversary Podcast, episode 17. No, episode 19. 18 is where we left off. Welcome everybody. Today we have the greatest and latest anime news.
Guess
One
what Bill
Piece.
hasn't done? Watched anime.
One Piece is still on the charts.
It is.
In other news, there is no anime news.
You know what? Google Hangout Saturday. We'll talk about anime
I'll be there. What time are you planning on doing it?
whenever you're free.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I want to okay.
Stupid cat! Stepped on my keyboard. Clicked escape. That's not cool.
That would have been great if you just gone stupid cat and then left the cold.
Okay, well, let's end this episode of Permadeath.
Alright.
It's permanently over. This episode only, not the
Thank you,
podcast.
everybody. Thank you, everybody, for listening. We will see you during E3 week.
Yeah, we're gonna do Google Hangouts and stuff.
Google Hangouts. And depending on my work schedule and everybody else's schedule, it may not work out that we do it during the press conference.
Yeah.
But you can bet your goddamn ass we'll have sizable Hangouts throughout the week, talking about things that are revealed, maybe revealed, and just doing tons of E3 stuff. It'll be fun. Like, relaxing. Join us. Talk to us.
By the way, whoever has the channel thing needs to make sure we can do live shows on there, just saying.
We should be able to.
We'll see.
I have to register. I think I have to do that one extra step where you have to
Yeah, you might have to get them to text your code.
But I think it's okay because I think once your account's able to be monetized, I think you can live stream. I think that's the step you have to go through. I don't remember. Anyway, goodbye everybody.
Bye.